Well, obviously extremely proud of our basketball team. Openers are difficult. They're just really, really hard, and Davidson's had an opener, and Davidson is an outstanding team. We knew they were good by watching them on tape basically from last year, but they're even better than advertised. They're smart. They work hard. They don't beat themselves. They make really good basketball plays. Every defensive stop on them, you feel like you're earning it. And to get down 16 to a team like this and come back in the last 14 minutes, make our free throws, take care of the basketball. We just really made a lot of good plays in the last 10 minutes. So extremely proud of this team.
Coach, for all the talk of four guards, you had Alex and Cam on the floor down the stretch, probably about 6-7 minutes.
Well, we've talked about our versatility, and we got to continue to build on that versatility. And if we continue to get the play we get from guys like Nick Banyard, then we can go big when we need to go big. We felt like we were probably going to have to go big against this team because juniors and seniors, and I knew Walk guarding Brooks was going to be a tough assignment because Brooks is really good inside, and then you got Cohen who's 6'10". So when we play teams like this, it was good to see how we could go big. And still get a lot of things done. But I thought a key in the second half was the play of our freshmen. I thought Banyard and Thomas were just tremendous, and they gave us a huge lift in a really difficult game for freshmen to play in. I thought they energized us. The crowd was phenomenal. I just can't say enough good things about our crowd. I thought our kids were playing hard, but we were just getting ourselves beat. And the crowd just never gave up, and they just continued to work for us. And then we got a little bit of a rhythm, and then the crowd went to a whole nother level. So it was just a great atmosphere, great environment to get a win. That's huge. This will play now throughout the marathon, so we'll get a lot out of this, and couldn't be happier for the guys.
Coach, I'm not sure you have ever seen Tony that aggressive.
Well, we talked about it. He had a really good sophomore year. He just keeps getting better. His freshman year was a solid year. His sophomore year was better, and now he's had a really good start to his junior year because we had some guys I thought get out of the gate pretty slow, and that happens with openers. You usually just don't play openers of this caliber. So we got ourselves down, which I think if we're playing a lesser opponent, we're able to get in the rhythm a little bit and maybe get the anxieties out. But Tony was very aggressive right from the beginning.
Not only did you make free throws, you shot 44 of them.
Yeah, I thought we wanted to drive the ball. We wanted to get to the free throw line. I thought we had good inside out. We were a little stagnant in the first half. I thought their three shooting kind of shell-shocked the team a little bit, and we got a little frustrated offensively. But offensively in the second half, you score 55 points. You've done a lot of good things. But we got to the line. We made over probably 80% of our foul shots. And it was multiple guys. It wasn't just one or two guys. Or, like Walk. Walk sits a really long period of play, but then he comes in late in the game, makes two crucial inbounds plays, two crucial timeouts that he calls instead of throwing the ball away, and then he makes two big free throws. That's not easy when you've set for 10, 12 minutes. So we had some guys really step up, especially in the second half, make some big plays.
Coach, a tale of two halves. What was the difference between the first half and the second half?
Well, we scored points in the second half, and we guarded a little bit better. It's just they're a good basketball team, and when you're playing that's your first 20-minute game. It's on national TV at midnight. Our guys went through a lot of nerves and anxieties, and we jumped. If maybe I should have jump-started them in the beginning of the game instead of what I did at halftime, but they really responded. We're down 14. We cut it to, I think, 6. With a minute and a half to go, and they go on an 8-0 run to end the first half. That's not good. But we just kept hanging around, and finally we started making some offensive plays, backing them up with defensive stops, and that's what you got to be able to do. No, I wish that's what I would have said, Lee. That would have been a very kind approach, but I had to take Tylenol at halftime, so it was probably a little bit more vocal and a little bit more stern than just win each 4-minute game. Well, he's somebody that hadn't played for over a year, and Alex played his minutes are 25, and he gets 14 and 7 against really good big men. This was team. They were top to bottom. They were really good. Their bigs were good. Their guards were good. So I thought it was a great challenge, and I thought Alex really gave us a good lift tonight. He had really solid minutes.
You said that Davidson was better than advertised. What about the Brooks kid?
Outstanding. Yeah, and we knew that was going to be a tough matchup for us. He's a lefty. He can shoot it. He can drive it, and he can post you. They've got really good moves, inside. They're patient. They're hard to double because they got good spacing, and if you double, you're giving up jump shots. And you can see they made 12 threes tonight. So to give up 12 threes and still win the game speaks volumes of just how hard our guys played.
Where did you start the game down 13-3 in rebounding? At halftime, you're still
16-8, yeah.
But you out-rebounded about, I think, 20 in the second half. Was that something different? Or just
Well, that's just why, I think it's effort, and we're going to have that kind of effort on the glass because, in fact, that was part of the halftime talk. I said, guys, we tried telling you, Drew Gordon's gone. The double-double machine that you're going to get 15 rebounds out of him, he's gone. And we were down 8 at half on the backboard and win the game by 17 on the backboard. So we dominated the glass in the second half, and I thought that was a huge key.
With Walker in foul trouble, a guy like Pancake stepping into the spotlight and just doing the smaller things to help win.
Well, and we've seen, both Cleveland and Nick have had really good practices, but when your first game is playing an opponent like this on national TV at the hour that we're playing, you probably don't expect your freshmen to – I don't know if I was going to even play them that many minutes tonight. They got the minutes, they got their opportunity, and they got it in really important times in both the first and second half, and I thought both of them really responded well.
Coming in, you talked a lot about their experience. What did this say about your team's maturity?
Well, it's just one game, but I know we beat a very good basketball team. This team's going to win a lot of games. This team's potentially could win 25-plus games. So this is a game that's going to help us in January and February from an RPI standpoint, and hopefully it's going to help us here in November and December of beating a really good basketball team when we didn't play very well for 20 minutes. And when I say we didn't play very well, a lot of that had to do with Davidson because they were clicking on all cylinders. They came out. They hit us right in the mouth with a 10-0 start. The thing I'm most proud of with this team is they showed me that they got a lot of fight in them and they don't quit when things go bad. They focused on the things they needed to focus on and didn't let the circumstances in the first half kind of get to them. And that's I'm very appreciative of that. Well, it was just good seeing it, his aggressive mindset. And I think what he did in this game that might not have did a lot last year, he drove the ball. He really drove the ball aggressively. He got fouled. He got to the line, 10 times. He goes 9 for 10 to the line. He didn't have a game last year. He probably shot 10 free throws in. So here to open the season up to get there that many times. Kendall got there a lot. I just thought that was a really big shot in the arm for us the way he played.
Let's get if you need any questions about the Virgin Islands trip before Coach hits that radio.
Coach, 3 games in maybe 4 days, 3 days?
Yeah, the first one's always the biggest. We're on kind of national TV, and if we win it, the next 2 will be on national TV. So that's huge for us. But I took an Iowa team down to this tournament several years ago, so it's a great complex, very well run, and really good teams. UIC has Coach Howard is a Bo Ryan disciple, so we're going to have to defend the swing. It'll be like playing Wisconsin again when I was at Iowa. So that's a tough first round, and then you're looking at George Mason and Mercer, a team we're going to play here later in the month. George Mason's already won at Virginia. Connecticut in the other bracket has already beaten Michigan State. Iona has already had a big win. So this is going to be a really good tournament. But hopefully we can get some rest tomorrow, get this flight and get some rest tomorrow. The guys have got to hydrate very well playing at this hour. So hopefully we can have safe travel and get there and continue to work on things we need to work on.